Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston, Chapter 8, Myths and Tales of the Cymry. The Tax of Kilwch. A long series of tasks follows. A vast hill is to be ploughed, sown, and reaped in one day. Only a Mathaan, son of Don, can do it, and he will not. Gavanan, the smith, is to rid the ploughshare at each headland, and he will not do it. The two dun oxen of Gwilged Galaled are to draw the plough, and he will not lend them. Honey, 9 times sweeter than that of the bee, must be got to make braggot for the wedding feast. A magic cauldron, a magic basket, out of which comes any meat that a man desires, a magic horn, the sword of Gwernach, the giant. All these must be won, and many other secret and difficult things, some 40 in all, before Kilwch can call Olwen his own. Well, do we really own our spouse? The most difficult quest is that of obtaining the comb and scissors that are between the 2 ears of Twarch to Wilth, a king transformed into a monstrous boar. To hunt the boar, a number of other quests must be accomplished. The whelp of Gride, son of Eri, is to be won, and a certain leash to hold him, and a certain collar for the leash, and a chain for the collar, and Mabon, son of Madron. Mabon ap Madron. You see that appear as a seasonal name. For the huntsman, and the horse of Gwedu to carry Mabon, and Gwyn, son of Nude, to help, whom God placed over the brood of devils and Anun. He will never be spared them, and so forth, to an extent which makes the famous Eric of the sons of Turen seem trifling by comparison. Difficulties shalt thou meet with, and nights without sleep in seeking this, and if thou obtain it not, neither shalt thou have my daughter. Kilwch has one answer for every demand. It will be easy for me to accomplish this, although thou mayest think that it will not be easy, and I shall gain thy daughter, and thou shalt lose thy life. Something rather Freudian amongst that, isn't there? So they depart on their way to fulfill the task, and on their way home they fall in love with Gwernach the giant, whose sword Kai, pretending to be a sword polisher, obtains by a stratagem. On reaching Arthur's court again and telling the king what they have to do, he promises his aid. First of the marvels they accomplished was the discovery and liberation of Mabon, son of Madron, who was taken from his mother when 3 nights old, and is not known where he is now, nor whether he is living or dead. We're here inquires of him from the Alcil of Kilgry, who is so old that a smith's anvil on which he was wont to peck has been worn to the size of a nut. Yet he has never heard of Mabon, but he takes him to a beast older still, the stag of Red Ynvre, and so on to the owl of Cwm Calwyd, and the eagle of Gwern Abwe, and the salmon of Lyn Liw, the oldest of living things, and at last they find Mabon imprisoned in the stone dungeon of Gloucester, and with Arthur's help they release him, and so the second task is fulfilled. In one way or another, by stratagem or valor or magic act, every achievement is accomplished, including the last and most perilous one, that of obtaining the blood of the Black Witch, Ordu, daughter of the White Witch, or Wen, a pen nart Govid on the confines of hell. The combat here is very like that of Finn in the cave of Keshkuran, but Arthur at last cleaves the hag in twain and